Um, so,
They want questions.
yeah, they like questions. So in his first 3 weeks in office, Donald Trump has waged a scorched earth campaign against the rule of law. Yesterday, at least 5 rulings were handed down in federal court against the president's brazen conduct in office, including his attempts to freeze trillions of dollars in federal funding at OMB and his heartless decision to cut billions in medical research through NIH, cutting NIH. Included in his lawful attempts to hollow out the government as well. Listen, these are temporary and a mere step in a long process that must play out. But so far, the courts, the overwhelming majority of courts, have put a hold on Donald Trump's illegal actions. And of course, then we'll go forward and see the debate on the merits. But we're optimistic about winning those as well, because the law is so much on our side. The trend is clear. Donald Trump cannot bulldoze his way through the rule of law. That's what the courts in America are saying. Donald Trump isn't allowed to break the law to achieve those goals. That's not how America works, and my Republican colleagues should not sit idly by while he does it. Now, in 5 weeks, funding for the federal government will run out. Let's remember that when there's talk about a Republican shutdown, President Trump and Republicans are already shutting down large chunks of the government. Democrats do not want to shut the government down, but the Republicans are in charge, and they should fund the government. Since the inauguration, President Trump and Republicans have been actively working to shut down the government entirely on their own. CHCs, research institutions, export for farmers, protections for Americans. Nobody's working harder right now to shut down the government than Donald Trump and congressional Republicans. On nominees, I'm going to turn to my 2 colleagues to say the bulk of it since we're running a little late. But this week, Senate Republicans are working to force 2 wildly unqualified and deeply disturbing nominees through the Senate that they know perfectly well do not merit confirmation. You look at some of their faces when you hear the discussion about this, and you can see they know it's wrong. Last night, 52 Republicans, unfortunately, voted to advance the nomination of Tulsi Gabbard for DNI. It's no secret that she's deeply unqualified to lead America's intelligence agencies. The DNI needs to be conversant and believe in facts and fluent in the truth above all. Intelligence is, by its own definition, a fact-gathering agency. It depends on facts. But Gabbard repeatedly speaks in language of falsity and conspiracy theories and holds deeply troubling ties to our adversaries. She does not deserve to be in that position. If you love your country, believe that our national security should be paramount for the head of national security agencies, you cannot in good conscience vote for Tulsi Gabbard, full stop. After that, we'll move right to another deeply unqualified nominee, Robert Kennedy Jr. for HHS Secretary, to state the incredibly obvious, putting a very wealthy vaccine skeptic and conspiracy theorist in charge of America's public health would put every single American in danger. Kennedy's not a doctor, he's not a scientist, he's not a public health expert. The only thing he's an expert in is peddling conspiracies and profiting off his own lies. The vote on RFK is one simple question. Will Republicans stand up for what they know is right? Will they stand up to protect your family, and particularly your children and grandchildren? Will they make sure the health of your family is paramount? Or will they put a well-known mockery run into the United States, or will they put on a well-known mockery run for the United States health system? The American people are going to know the answer soon.